Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Across England, Cornwall is the most beautiful and popular tourist destination in the summer. I went on a short trip to Cornwall in April and explored the best of the best destinations. And I have to say, spring must be the best time to visit Cornwall, with very few tourists and very affordable prices. My first destination in Cornwall is St. Michael's Mount. It's a tidal island lying off the coast of southwest Cornwall, with a mystical castle. The mount is linked to Minack Beach with a causeway when the tide is low. When the tide is high, you can take a boat over from Minack Beach. It's like the real-life version of those mysterious castles in the Disney movies. According to legend, this island is once home to a monster who stole cows and sheep. A local boy named Jack used his wisdom to kill the giant, so the grateful locals gave him the title, Jack the Giant Killer. Today, when you walk up the steep slope to the castle, you can still see the giant's well, where he was trapped. Once you reach the castle, the view is breathtaking. You can see Minack town and the footpath surrounded by the turquoise water. St. Michael's Mount Castle had been owned by different kings and served for military purpose. During the 18th century, it was owned by St. Albin's family as a summer residence until 1964, when the property was given to National Trust. Today, it still contains collections of paintings and armors that give the visitors a glimpse of the medieval time. Just before sunset, I arrived at my next destination, Godrevy Beach. Godrevy Beach is well known as a long, sandy beach on the north coast of Cornwall, at the far end of St. Ives Bay. This beach is a great combination of the soft sand and the steep cliffs. When the tides are high, the water in between the cliffs is the most popular spot for swimming and diving on Instagram. When the tides are low, I can only explore the cracks of the cliffs to see if I can spot some wildlife and try not to sleep and die. Godrevy Beach has really nice walking trails suitable for families and dog walkers, and solo travelers looking for peace of mind and soul searching. This is a great place for surfers too. Look at the waves. On top of the cliffs, you can see the landmark lighthouse. In the early 19th century, more and more cargo and passenger ships arrived here, as St. Ives was already a successful fishing port. After a long wait and many ships sank due to the dangerous stones underneath the surface water, the lighthouse was finally built in 1859. Not too early in the morning, I embarked on the exciting second-day journey in Cornwall. The first stop, Kynance Cove. Kynance Cove is located on the south coast of Cornwall and probably the most southerly spot in the mainland Britain. It's famous for the white sandy beach, the turquoise sea, and the red rocks. It is one of the most painted beaches in Cornwall. That is on low tides with mild weather. I happen to come at a time when the tides are getting high, and have to compete with time. It's another unique experience. I'm in awe of the spectacular view and the Mother Nature. From Kynance Cove, I headed to Minack Theatre. Guys, if you can only go to one place in Cornwall, you need to come to visit Minack Theatre. It's an open-air theatre at the edge of the cliff, overlooking the spectacular Porthcurno Bay. You may think such wonder is built by the ancient Greeks, but you're wrong. Surprisingly, it was built only in the 1920s by a woman named Kate. and has been used as a theatre for the locals since then. She kept maintaining and enhancing Minack Theatre until she passed away in her 80s. Today, it still serves as a live theatre. When there's no performance, visitors can come visit this dramatic site and the exotic plants. From Minack Theatre, there's a very steep path through which you can go down to Porthcurno Beach. This is one of the most beautiful beaches in Cornwall. Almost white sand, crystal clear water, and a high cliff as the backdrop. The sand is so soft that it doesn't feel like an English beach. Were it not for the cold water, I would definitely walk on it barefoot and feel the water running through my toes. My trip in Cornwall ended with Tintagel Catsle on the top of the cliffs on the north coast. More precisely, it's the castle ruins nowadays. It was built in the 13th century by the Earl of Cornwall. Some local folklore say it's the birthplace of King Arthur. Compared to the historical significance, it's really the spectacular view that has drawn visitors from across the UK and abroad. To get to the castle ruins, you will enter from the village, go downhill, then climb uphill to castle entrance. Here, you can walk through the iconic bridge high up in the air between the cliff tops of the mainland and the island. Walking on the bridge, you can overlook the mesmerizing view of this side of the Cornish coast. The entire site is full of steep steps, and you need to get ready to climb. If you need some extra energy before the journey, the cafe at the bottom of the cliff serves really fresh Cornish pastry and tasty gelato. Centuries have passed, but these stones and walls stand through time till this day, showing us the weight of the passing time, making us feel humbled. Things also constantly evolve. New lives are born, like these snails, slowly, quietly growing, like these flowers, blossoming under the coastal wind. Actually, it's not just these castle ruins. The entire Cornwall makes me calm, makes me reflect my thoughts and emotions. It's therapeutic and energizing. Before the end of this video, I have to mention my very unique accommodation, the Caravan. There are quite a few holiday parks in Cornwall that offers these caravans, which have spacious living room, multiple bedrooms, and a kitchen to cook if you like. You can also park your car outside, so it's perfect for a road trip. It's also much cheaper than a hotel or B&B, surprisingly. So check it out if you're planning your trip to Cornwall. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, I would really appreciate if you give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time.